What's up, y'all? I'm Dre.
I'm Maine.
I'm Mark. What's up? I'm Danny, and welcome to the coach.
Well, welcome back. We can't curse in the first 2 minutes.
What? Said that go. So, how's everybody feeling today, mentally?
I feel great. Good person. Okay, therapist. I don't know. I feel like life is what it should be right now, for real, for real.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like everything is coming full circle for me. At this, yeah, I love life right now. You know, life is in place, if you will, and I'm thriving limitlessly.
Man,
Wow, I'm living my life like it's go again. I have no complaints.
People feeling so bad.
right.
Living my life like okay. Only thing that I hate right now is having to get up and go to work. But other than that, no
Oh, yo.
complaints. I'm very grateful.
I'm very grateful. I agree.
Gratitude is the attitude. Wellness. I'm amazing. My mind is right. My spirit is good. My body's straight. I'm good. You look good. Myself, I'm cute. Okay.
What do you mean by that?
Right, you said that last time.
Say it every time. So it's me.
Okay.
I'm doing good. I'm off my way from my job. So we got a little break. And I'm taking time I need to rest and reset. Like I said, so yeah. I'm doing good mentally. I'm trying my best to be minimalistic as far as stress.
Absolutely.
Are you like stressed because you were moving, or are you like still decompressing? Okay.
We like the stress, but yes, my move was kind of stressful, but I was actually over like the month, so it just was minimal. Everything happened at one time, like I tried to spread it out, but I'm always stressed.
Moving is stressful.
It's,
I hate moving.
let's jump into today's topic. So, this is the mental health episode. I would like to know you guys' relationship with mental health. What would you like to say?
I feel like my relationship with mental health is a constant battle. Um, I feel like I've done some of the legwork for the core of me, but like it's so much more to be done. Um, I don't know. My mental health is good, so like when it's good, I just be trying to hold on because bitch, when it's bad, it's fucking bad. So when my shit is up, I try to keep it stuck
Yes.
so that I ain't gotta come back down here. But it's the summertime, so I feel like my relationship with my mental health in the summertime is always like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I feel like I try my best to incorporate my attitude and my perspective in the summertime into like the winter, and I feel like I struggle with that a lot. But overall, I feel like my relationship with mental health has gotten a lot better at the age of 28 versus like even shit the age of 26. But as a person that has struggled with mental health since I was like 15, 16, we've come a long way. I've won a lot of battles, but you know, it just never stopped.
And it's noticeable. Like I've known you for 10 years. I could definitely see a change as far as how you navigate the winter, like in like a harsher time of year for you versus like how you used to.
For sure. But you know,
Yeah.
damn.
And I also want to name that like mental health is a constant thing. Like it's not like, all right, let me go. It's kind of similar to like car maintenance, I guess. Like you get your car registered, you gotta renew shit every 2 years, every year, like kind of thing.
For me, right, I view it as like Sims. It's like, yeah, you gotta take your Sims to the bathroom, so then like they bathroom levels is good. So for 20 minutes while you play the game, you don't gotta send them to the bathroom. Then you gotta feed them. Then you don't gotta feed them for a little while. But then every so now and again, those levels gonna drop, and then you gotta replenish them.
Maintenance, yeah.
It's constant
You
maintenance.
maintain it.
But
So,
like I said, there's less maintenance that has to be done now
Yes.
at the age of 28 than versus when I was younger.
And that is the lesson thing. So it's like it's supposed to get easier. And like
And it definitely is for sure.
it's supposed to get incorporate things you learn and being sure.
For sure.
Thing.
I feel like I'm in great control of my mental health, and it's really because I did the work. Like, so I used to meditate like every single day, multiple times a day sometimes. Until, like you said, it takes work. It's like a muscle that you have to train. So once I got to like a certain level, which I can admit that I haven't been doing it in like quite some time, but once I got to a level where like I did the work, it just became easy. Now I still have my days, especially with like my temper, because that's what I really started because I have a bad temper. But
I would not have wanted to met you when your temper was.
I had a bad temper, like.
Because I've only seen small pieces of you being like upset, and even that is kind of like. Back up off this nigga.
It takes a lot way. It takes way more to get me upset now than what it used to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very proud of myself with that. But I think I'm good. I think where I'm at now is just like mental exhaustion because my job I have a lot of responsibility. Yeah, and I don't want that responsibility. No.
Have you thought about taking like a leave or like a break?
Until you just said something before we started, I didn't think about it. But now I'm like, I might think about doing that.
Something. If your job offer, I think nobody take that shit.
Okay, I didn't want to say it.
It's 12 weeks, and if you can, get the support and documentation you need from get there, seeing a doctor, take it because we are getting breaks, and we're not meant to just work and die. So take a break. Set your charge.
12 weeks?
12 weeks.
I get paid?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a percentage? Or?
It is.
I need that today.
I say you might be looking for it, intentionally, whatever.
I'll
There's
be
weights.
taking up on my way for the summer.
I intentionally.
Now see?
I intentionally. You should move first.
I can't be your HR. No. No, actually, let's start in the winter.
I wouldn't be mad with you, but
Baby jobs.
this so
Look at the jealous.
because you turned it on.
I'm a thinker.
You a doer. Anybody thought about it, they didn't do it.
Also want to, because you mentioned meditation. What about like therapy itself?
I had therapy one time. There was this old white guy, tired.
I also want to say, okay, so like I've been to therapy twice, right? And I was the same therapist. If you are black, you need a black therapist.
Yes.
Whether it be a man or a woman, but if you're black, you need a black therapist. White people cannot relate to any. They don't have their critiques to give you as a black person. They don't know the experience. Even some of the things that like you go to therapy to talk about, even if it's not mental health, it's just like things that you experience at a job, which could be microaggressions and stuff like that. But they can't relate to you about nothing like that. They have no idea what the fuck that is because they've never experienced it. You go, they looking at you like, why did you get mad because she touched your hair, bitch? Why is she touching me?
Yeah, and you're right though.
If you black, find black therapists.
I want a black woman.
Yes.
But I wouldn't mind, man. But I prefer.
What about sexuality? Figure it out.
If it's a woman, no. But if it's a man, I mean, I guess not. I don't know. I would try.
I had a black queer therapist. Shout out to him.
You would prefer that or recommend that?
I would. It was so easy to talk to him about any and everything because, like, I mean, like, I have that was the only therapist that I've ever gone to, so I can't say what the experience is like outside of it. But for me, I know that like I didn't struggle with opening up. I opened up immediately from our first session to bring up to our last one.
Yeah.
It was always easy and comfortable speaking to him just because it's like, well, you just like me in more ways than one. You black and you gay. It's like, what's up, bro?
Like you understand the walk.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So I would definitely recommend for sure.
Which I got you there because I will like
Black and gay. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I want to skip having to explain certain things.
Yes.
Correct.
That's the same reason why you ever want a black therapist.
Correct.
Because you don't want to have to explain culture and all that kind of stuff to your therapist.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. It's the same thing. Like, I don't want to have to explain like queer dynamic, gay dynamics. I just need you to. How can you help me if you don't fully understand a certain thing? You know what I mean?
That's a good one.
And it's interesting because in graduate school, they make us take a cultural competency course that teaches us more about like race, sexuality, religion, and how our clients who are at or who have like open identities and shit. It's not enough. Like unless you don't have to like live your entire life within that, but it's not enough. You can, in my opinion, give someone a free credit course on like the black identity. Not even that. A portion of it is about race, and expect them to be able to go into these communities and help people look like me. It's not realistic.
Because basically you're just passing a class. Like a lot of these classes I took in college, I just took it to pass the class. I cannot relate anything that I learned in most of those classes.
Some people you still can't relate. It's hard to show empathy for something that you don't necessarily understand.
You don't get it. Why would you? It's, what is your relationship like with mental health?
My mental health is solid. For
That's about.
I mean, okay. Yeah.
It comes across solid.
It's solid. I like Dre struggle more in the winter months. But I attribute all that to lack of sun, the days in the clear, because all that has like a real effect on me. Like
It's like imagine going into work and it's dark, and then when you walk out of your job, it's the sun's dark. It's just
And it's cold about that. It's constantly you get 30 right. It's
maybe like
You heard my fucking
like
I would say that, but
sister sons, sister son.
I would say that, but this winter was very hard.
yeah,
But-
it still can be though.
And it's never hard because I'm normally in control of my emotions, and I was fucking
Yeah.
a lot.
I feel like I didn't, and I mean, like, I guess this is a good thing, which also still shows how much control you are of your emotions, but I don't feel like you expressed any kind of anger ever, like when we were around you, or like when you came
like
around,
during the winter time.
or like even talking to you. Like, I feel like, yeah.
I didn't come around as often though.
And he was very
Yeah.
frank about saying like how he felt during or like he needed to recharge. Like he would use certain like lingo when I was doing okay, not the shits.
Yeah.
If the truth.
Right.
But what I will say is being older has helped get perspective on a lot of things. It's kind of what you said about knowing better and then applying it. You get what I mean? I feel like my mental health is better because I would rather do the hard things now versus having to deal with the consequences of not doing them later.
Yeah.
So,
Same.
Sorry.
That's gonna make you see joy.
and because I look like that, I find that my mental is usually heavy.
When you deal with things up front, I agree.
For sure.
That's a technique that I picked up during the pandemic, and because I feel like a lot of the things that I was suppressing, I couldn't suppress anymore. I couldn't use work as an excuse. I couldn't leave my house and go club or party it away. It's like, bitch, these four walls is supposed to limit me. Like, bitch, you gotta deal with it.
That's it with yourself.
That's it.
Life forced you to.
And after I did, I was like, oh, okay, I feel better. So then from there, it was just like, I think I'm gonna take this approach to everything. I'm not gonna run from shit. I'm gonna deal with it.
Because it's going to back up some way, shape, or form. Whether it's trauma, whether it's like, an issue. I do it with my girl time and it ends up biting me in the ass.
But car.
Anyway. But yes, it's going to come back. So deal with it now. Focus on it now and deal with it in the present. Versus, that's something that we call avoidance. That's what you're avoiding with the current issue, the current, stress.
Can I say something? You said you deal with everything now and you don't like let stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, what's helping my mental health is not feeling like I have to deal with everything now. Because I'll work myself up like to death.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, like if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And before I would do it to the point where like it affects me negatively. Like I'm
Because you over
I overexerted myself. Now like I would dead ass sit in the house and do nothing all day to.
I mean, like, I definitely think that that's definitely important too, right? Like, because that's rest, that's recovery, like, but I feel like for me, I can't let things harbor for past a day or two because I can't rest knowing that these things are still weighing on me.
Yeah.
If I don't deal with it, it ain't no relaxing for me. It's no rest. Like, my mind is not at ease until I have solved it. And it's like some situations that may arise in my life are bigger than other things, and it's like, wish I just don't have the capacity to deal with this today, and wish I don't have the capacity to deal with it tomorrow. But the day after that, I gotta face this so that I can get through it, and so that I can start to relax again, and so I can breathe. But like having when I got too much shit on my shoulders and I'm not dealing with it, that's when I feel like I'm the worst version of myself because I haven't. It's haunting me.
Yeah.
I literally can't even ease my mind or like tell myself like I'm okay or like relax or like enjoy things that like help me decompress because it's up here
Yeah.
and it's not leaving. It's not going nowhere. It's just always a small voice that's like, you still ain't do this. You still. It's like I can't.
Now, are they like long term goals or like just simple tasks?
Like the
Things that are like eating at you.
they could be small or they could be big. I sometimes the small things I can't do with that day neither.
Yeah.
But like the small and the big things in my mind weigh the same.
Yeah.
They both eat it.
It was like that for me too.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter if it's a very big thing or if it's a very small thing. I still hold into it. And right now in my life, I feel like I have released a lot off of me, which is like why I can be this version of myself, which is also why Quiet is kept. I feel like everything in some way or shape happens for a reason, right? As far as like alignment, I feel like this even happening and like me pushing for this shit to happen. The reason that it's happening is because it's so much off of me now. Now I can focus.
Yeah.
Now I can take care of the shit that I want to take care of because I did the hard things already. The things that I put off for years, the things that I avoided, I completed them. They off of my shoulders. Now I can do things for myself again. Now I can relax again. But like for a solid 2 years, which I might have been having fun, my mind was not at ease. Now it's quiet up here.
And
So now a lot more shit can get done.
a lot of people don't know when their mind is not at ease. Like us as humans, I feel like we go through too much stress that we're not meant to be going through.
Yeah.
And our bodies are like constant flight or flight. I took a stress management class. So. But it took me to take that class to like realize I was holding in a lot of tension
Mm-hmm.
and not even realizing it. So like when I started to meditate, it was hard because it's hard to like it's hard to quiet your mind when you're used to like doing like always having everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then it took that's why I did it multiple times in one day sometimes because it like gradually started getting easier. I had to like be mindful that like I need to take deep breaths to like release the tension. Like it was like an active job for me to like get to this point where I'm at.
You take
I love that.
that's it.
I wanted to, because I know that this is a little off topic. I wanted to bring this up though. You have said to me in the past that you don't have like the inner voice, right? Like it's constantly quiet in your mind. What does that feel like? And does anybody else experience that too?
I still don't feel that.
Like what you mean?
You don't have like an inner voice or inner
No, I
monologue?
don't have the emptiness. Like even
Same.
after all that meditating, like
Same.
there's still something there.
There's still
It's just not as
thing. Yeah, I was about to say they're very quiet now, but there's always inner monologue. It sounds like we crazy. It's not like voices, but like
It's like
No,
thoughts just
thought,
popping,
yeah,
like
yeah.
just popping and like lighting up. Kind of.
yeah.
I guess I get that, but it's just quieter. And I usually just like I keep note of it, but I don't focus on it. That makes sense.
Okay.
So maybe it isn't 100% quiet for me.
My shit used to be like an inner monologue. Like think about a comedian on stage telling jokes and like in front of a live audience, and the audience is like my emotions, and then the comedian is like my thoughts.
Yeah.
Should we do this? and then it's a bunch of my emotions, but in the audience just it's like, shut up.
It's interesting. So I feel like I monologue a lot. Like when I'm with people, when I talk out loud a lot because it's quiet up here. So even when I'm by myself, I have to say things out loud to like get it out. Because if not, then just stay up here. But like I said, it's quiet. So
That's so interesting to me.
yeah.
Cause I really be wishing for a quiet fucking mind, but then also maybe
No, I want to. So I feel like people fall asleep fast. Whatever, quiet.
No.
No,
It's quiet, but I still have stress. It's not audible. If that makes sense. I still feel it. It's still there. I just don't hear it. If that makes sense. Um, yeah, it's not like a voice in my head. Or like,
okay.
because then I will go to sleep and I'll have a dream that's waking me up and I'm up. So stress is still there.
I feel like you have the same thing we have, but it's not. It's in a different way.
it's
Yeah.
different, Before we move on to topic number 2, I also
Let me talk about mine. So,
sorry, quick.
you're good. I started therapy the first time when I was like 16. I was in my relationship with a couple who it's a lot better than it was when I was younger. Even outside of me being a therapist, um, I always sought out help mentally because I was stressed under like a lot of stress when I was a kid, being parentified at a really young age, dealing with depression and anxiety at a really young age. Um, I was like, okay, let me see what therapy talks about. And I remember walking into like my local, like my community mental health offices, and it was black men. And at that time, I knew I was since I was 5, but there was this black man. So what?
Same.
Yeah, this black man in front of me who was like, we share identities, or 2 of them, male and race wise, but the other one you don't get. And the biggest thing I want to talk about was the fact that like I'm gay, I learned up to, I'm gay, and he couldn't relate to me. And not being able to process that until I was like 23. And even at that time, though, my second therapist, he was a white gay man. He was talking about their race, talking about their identity, ways, but he didn't get shit
Experience is absent.
Exactly. And I'm a black man. Like I can't undo that.
And I'm talking about the experiences are so different. It's like down to our ex, right? White gays use grinder, black gays use jets. Like it's down to when I say that I couldn't go to a therapist, and even if they were white and gay, it's like no, we still wouldn't be able to relate on nothing. Like I'm a nigga to my core, and I'm also gay as shit to my core. You can understand maybe one of these things, or even like a perspective of it, but like the full thing, you'll never get.
Yeah,
You'll never understand.
not gonna get it. And it wasn't until I found a therapist who incorporated being black, queer, and a man that I was able to like really take a breath and process everything. Yeah. And that was like it changed my life. And that was at 25. I'm 30 now. So like I've only been in therapy consistently for like 6 years. And even then it's off and on. Like I say therapy is important, but there is like a paywall between people getting help they need a lot of times. Like sometimes not affordable. Sometimes therapists like me, you don't take insurance for it.
Like that also.
If you don't got HSA account, or if it's not on that China card, like it's not on this debit card or that account, it's not going through, and I can't see you. You got to do this. So, but that's like another barrier. So I got into therapy specifically because of shit like that. Like I wanted it to be more affordable. I wanted it to be more accessible. People like us, and I wanted it to be more relatable. Without like I've had a number of different clients who look like me and have the same life experiences, and some who don't. But I feel like I show up more, and I show up in a better way with the ones who we share with others.
Real fast, is it easier for you, or just for your facility to not take insurance versus taking insurance?
I believe so. I think it's an easy thing. Like it's because so when you do insurance, you gotta go through the billing and documentation. You send it off and you wait sometimes 60 to 90 days to get paid.
Yeah, it's
Like a net 60.
Sure.
like when stuff is going to people insurance, like you gotta wait like for them to approve it, for them to send a script. Sometimes it's like
But I feel like I look at it more as so like it's like a almost like a Section 8. You know what I mean? Like when people do like housing,
Yeah.
sometimes what people will do is they will rent their property to the city. The city does like a Section 8 through their property, so they're always going to get paid through the city, and then the city like gives you like the apartment for cheaper. You get what I mean? But the person who owns the building will, it's like a guaranteed payment.
Yeah.
So I look at insurance like a guaranteed payment. Like you'll always get paid by the insurance company though for the person that needs it.
So I don't think all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
because
sometimes.
like or if you file too late, if you take too long to get to no end. So I had 2 jobs. My first job, if our notes aren't in a certain amount of time, the company don't get paid because they ain't on RS about it.
Oh, they don't get paid by the insurance company.
I get paid already, but like the company themselves, they don't make money, so they get mad about it too.
Yeah.
And my other job is private practice. So with that, like I said, it's out of pocket pay rate. Just say I think we start taking them on FSC too. But either way, insurance sometimes can be a hassle because the turnaround time for us to get paid as like practitioners takes so long. People don't want to do it. Like I think I worked one job in December of 2023, and I didn't get that shut until like March or actually. I did 2 sessions. Actually, they put in the
I wanted to ask you.
Still playing for that $90.
I did 5%.
I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you 2 things really, because I feel like you're qualified to answer them.
Thank you.
2, 1. Do you think that everyone needs therapy?
Yes, I think everybody could benefit from therapy, and I think need, yeah, because okay, when I think about us,
I'm sorry. Can I reframe my question?
Yeah.
Do you think that therapy benefits everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
So a lot of my sessions might look like us just talking through communication styles, conflict resolution. Oh, I said this and they said that, and it's kind of way. It's like, well, when people talk about why, people talk about childhood, and the way their life was framed and why it made them think that and stuff like that, and we'll dig deep into the reasoning, all that stuff. So I think a lot of people can benefit from being better communicators. They can benefit from figuring out their own conflict resolution, their attachment style, all that surface level stuff that's not really unthinking trauma. It can be a little deeper. But I think everybody on this work, like in this clinic, could benefit from that.
Do you think that because I feel like I get that from my friends though.
Yes.
Right?
The
So
ways to get it.
do you feel like that's like a form of therapy?
Yes, I do. And it's interesting because you mentioned earlier. What I got from what you mentioned earlier was like, learned a lot from trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
And you can therapize yourself to an extent, whether it's from self-help books to an extent. Because I know some people don't like the setting of therapy, and it might take longer, and it might look more like, you're working your way through relationships and whatever, but you still can get that same effect, at least for those surface level things. But if you really have trauma to unpack that, you might need.
Do you think therapists need therapy?
Yes, I have a therapist. I think it's actually nothing. It's a requirement for us to have therapists, because we gonna say the hero, like somebody they gotta help me unpack my shit while I help other people unpack their shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can be strong for you, but when be strong for me.
Maybe show me. Okay.
That's very.
Who love me?
It's interesting because I feel like I've met people who have done therapy, right? They've tried it more than once. They've tried different doctors who just feel like it didn't help them or it didn't do what they didn't have the experience that everyone else claims to have, right? So I wanted to just pick your brain a little bit and figure out like how you felt about that.
So what I can say initially is all therapeutic relationships are a good fit initially. Initially we're supposed to build rapport with clients. So that means get to know them, they get to know us, we talk about the different things. I think my first session kind of started like just a conversation like this, honestly. My first couple sessions before we get like to the real stuff, like when people like here, then we'll talk about stuff. So it could be that they might not feel understood or feel like the person can relate to them based on like whether it be race, gender, identity, or something like that. And sometimes people aren't ready to therapy. They could want it and seek it out. And talk therapy is not a catch. It's not like a catch-all. Some people need somatic therapy. That's like a therapy where we're processing things like in trauma in our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
They might need in New York or like something that's going to help us process another way processing trauma, like through like physical and more so. Like, it's still talk therapy, which is like a different subset, but it could be a number of ways.
Everyone in here has had therapy, right?
No,
You haven't. Why?
why have I not?
Or if there is a why?
Pretty much.
I think at one point it seemed a lot harder to start at first. I think the further that I've ever gotten into my therapy journey was actually just looking at therapy. So I went, there's like a site.
Psychology, that kind of.
Yeah. So I was going through all the people, but then I was trying to figure out what I wanted in the therapist, finally figured that out. And to what Danny was saying, I feel like I've done a lot of the work on my own. So it started, so where I am realistically with there, I feel like for the most part I had me, right? And the things that I probably need therapy for, I don't think I'm ready to quite tackle.
Okay.
I'm good. And I feel like those things might just trigger things that I don't necessarily want to deal with.
So
Go ahead.
I mean, I would say it's somewhat a little bit like avoidance.
To a degree, right? Like, I believe in moving forward, not looking in the rear view. So certain things are also, it's the lesson. A lot of the lessons I feel like I've gotten in one way or another,
Yes.
right? Like,
Yes, for
because,
sure.
because
And one thing about life,
this one keep giving you the same one.
until you learn it, yeah.
I tell people that all the time.
So a lot of those lessons I feel like I've gotten, and regardless if I think it came from a past trauma or not, I can also identify that if I don't do something, it's just gonna keep happening. So certain things I had to meet head on, and come to some realizations in order to get over them.
Yeah.
Could I go back and dig into some old trauma properly? But at this point in where I am in my life, I don't. Less avoidance and more so I just don't see how it would benefit.
It wouldn't serve. I'm gonna take that back. I don't think there's avoidance because I also know that both of y'all are like y'all find solace and y'all find peace of mind in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I got into the gym like back in December after like losing some. I lost somebody in January, but I got gym in December and then processed the loss like the next 3 to 4 months or whatever while in the gym. I would consider that somatic therapy. Like you're putting your body through like a change to an extent, and you're feeling all of that stuff physically, and you can process emotions while you're doing it. So I do. So I would definitely say that maybe the gym and what you've done with yourself is a form of therapy.
We were going through something very similar around that time.
Yeah.
I told you I was literally breaking down in the gym. Like, so yeah, I agree. But I also felt like it did like I would come home. And though it didn't fix it, but I do feel like at least the frustration aspects of things I was able to leave at the gym. And get home and kind of sit with it a little better.
Do you feel like, I'm gonna ask 2 things. Do you feel like there's still interest in doing therapy today? And also, do you feel like, because I felt like, I'm sorry, I'm hitting you with a lot. The first time that I was pushing to even do therapy or like even had thoughts of it, I pushed back against it for a long time before I actually did it because I put a price tag on it, right? And I was like, I don't have money for this. Or like my insurance is not going to cover this. And I allowed that to keep me here. And I knew I needed help. I knew I needed to talk to somebody. I was at a very dangerous place in my life. And I just was like, but I don't have the money to do it. I didn't ask for help. I didn't ask anyone, hey, like, I feel this way or whatever. I need help paying for therapy. I didn't talk to my mom about it or I didn't talk to my dad. People that could have funded me going to therapy, I didn't say anything. So I just wanted to know, like, do you put a price tag on therapy, and is that maybe a reason that you also haven't considered or like going?
I feel like at one point, yes, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
there is definitely a point in my life where I feel like I could have severely benefited from therapy. Um, I just feel like time, because now it's less about money and more so about my need.
Yeah.
And if I really needed therapy, I feel like I would seek it. But I just feel like I'm at a place, even how I communicate, my communication style. Like when I say life has kind of been like therapy, like I have I have through the people I've cared about kind of learn the things that I needed to learn. And I feel like I've gotten the most therapy probably out of my relationship.
That's so fucking. Whew.
I would say that therapy, that the price tag is the reason why I'm not in therapy right now. Like, I feel like I'm good, like Marcus, but I believe in continuing therapy
I
even
do
when you
too.
don't.
I don't feel like it's unfortunate because my second go of therapy was shorter than my first. And I went for one specific thing, and once I got over the hump of it, I stopped.
Yeah,
And it's like I don't think that once you start your healing journey, it just stops. I think that you'll be healing for the rest of your days.
sure.
Um,
Or if you heal, you make you maintain.
exactly. And I healed one thing, but there's so much more to be done. So I know that I'm definitely going to have another run with therapy, and I hope that it is something that I keep going and not just like this is something that I need to help get me through this thing. Damn, that was deep.
Yeah. We kind of touched on this a little bit already, but I don't know how you guys you can practice what you do for me.
I'm sorry.
I smoke. I
I'm
go
great.
to the gym.
I'm supposed to stop, but I can't. No, I feel like sometimes I do overindulge in alcohol when it's too much on me. I mean, like, I'm quick to text you and be like, bitch, I'm having a fucked up day, let's go. And I know that that's not always healthy, but I think that that's how I kind of decompress in the summertime. That looks very different in the wintertime. In the wintertime, I don't want to drink. I don't want to do nothing. In the wintertime, if I'm fucked up mentally, I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to go to work. But I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna come home, get in bed. I'm done for the day. I did what I felt like I had the capacity to do, and even not really. But that's all I got. So I don't know if I have any kind of like healthy way of decompressing for real.
I would say you do. I would say it's new when you're just starting it. But what I would say is, I'm gonna get you into tomorrow, but hobbies. So doing things that, like decompression, like literally going like to the gym, smoking helps as well. But like things that aren't vices, but like going to the gym, to play games, I mean video games too, so very used to it.
Yeah,
That kind of stuff.
that's true.
I got the pottery because a lot of my job is mental. I needed something more physical to help around me.
Mm-hmm.
That's helped me tremendously. I know people that be into archery and like I mean it's DJing and previous episode like people do things that are creative outlets to take their mind off of the bullshit. And I think a lot of times us as black men, black people in general don't utilize hobbies enough, or just like ways to not be where we are now. Which, like, mind you, too much of anything is a bad thing. So you don't want to avoid what you're going through or whatever. But that is an alternative to like drinking and smoking and part of price. But like, yeah. What else? Good.
When like in the weekend? I do.
We talked about that
This is my first time hearing it.
because okay, we'll save that comment.
Because what?
Because club DJs return.
They do. Okay.
Except at dick appointment. If you ever been to a dick appointment party, dick appointment call us.
So you think
I don't know what we gonna do, but call us. Them DJs, top tier.
I can never.
Sorry, continue.
How do you come this?
Gym.
Get on man's nerves.
Gym for sure, get on my nerves for sure.
We never got
So reading,
Mhm.
physical book though, not audio.
Down.
And in reading, I read The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success. And the very first chapter is the law of pure potentiality. Now, I already love to be outside, but I really felt like that's one of the books that helped me kind of tap in. So, the law of pure potentiality is like in nature. So, every day, and this is another reason why I say the winter time hinders me. Because every day when I get home, I drop my stuff off in the house. I grab, if I don't already have them, my headphones, and I go outside and I go for a walk.
Oh, okay.
And I put my
I can
headphones
listen
in,
to the summertime.
and that
Take a
helps
walk.
clear my mind of the day. I'll get things off me. Um, depending on what it felt like outside, like I'm still getting. It's like the perfect part of the day to go for a walk. Like I'm still getting sun. It's cooler outside. Um, and I'm just like in my own like little world.
Yeah.
So,
I definitely get that. I go hiking. I got my little thing. I look up there, like, I can't see the streets. I can't see the city because it's so much trees.
just water, trees,
Nature. Butterflies and shit.
yes.
Like, just,
They got those in Philly?
yes.
Yeah.
Man.
Do y'all have the
I don't even want to ask this bitch how he
You got these,
Of course you got some in Jersey.
What else do you do besides smoking for?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, since you want to cover race. Just kidding. Yeah, I did yoga. I was really into yoga before a bit. That was kind of hard, but it really helped.
Okay.
It really helped.
I want to get into this. Like, I would love to after that.
Yeah.
We should. I would love to do yoga too.
Also,
Or need to be stretched.
I know, like,
Or
I think we tend to, like, look into, like, certifications. Like, I know you were doing a couple of things.
Mm,
And, like, even that with itself is, like, that's a hobby. That's me learning something. That's me taking interest in something else outside of what you're saying. Out.
yeah,
That's not the shit I have to do.
for
Like,
sure.
you should be doing stuff that you want to do outside of the hours you got some shit you're obligated to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand, like, during the winter or just time, if you don't have enough capacity to do it. But I was talking to my sister about this. Sometimes you gotta do shit tired.
Yeah.
For the better.
you have to do shit tired. Cause you're not gonna not be tired ever. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna not be tired.
For 25.
Bitch, if you gotta go to work tired, and that's not necessarily you. I mean, like, sure, it's doing something for you because bitch is giving you a paycheck, but bitch, it's no real beneficial.
Yeah.
It's nothing benefiting you having a job besides that.
Just be-
You gotta like, if you do that shit tired, you gotta get up and do some stuff to get some tired too. Period.
At that point, it's just self neglect if you don't, because you're just wasting away.
But sometimes you come out feeling better than what you know.
Exactly. And then the day gonna be here. Yeah, like,
Yeah, no, it's good to be in.
That's honestly how I know
Love
I'm a lot more triggered when I really am.
mm-hmm.
Not to say the bed, but so I don't really watch y'all TV. Like that's not my shit. The TV in my bedroom, I don't even cut it on. Right?
What's it do?
But if I start binge watching, especially binge watching like shit I've seen already, that's how I know I'm disassociating.
Same.
Yeah.
In the wintertime, turn on girlfriends.
The horrors.
And just
We're insecure.
and just keep watching.
Keep watching.
Like I ain't never seen it before either.
Is it watching?
I gotta go
Season
I'm just
one.
gonna go finish it.
Yeah.
Like whatever responsibilities I have is about to sit over here while I go and watch TV.
And I always say, like I said earlier, too much of anything's a bad thing. Because, like, part of that that's a comfort show, right? It's going to bring you comfort, it's going to bring you solace, it's going to, remind you of being nostalgic, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if we lean too much into that, then that's where avoiding the shit we gotta do. But if I do shit I gotta do, at least for 2 hours, I can go watch the shit for 3 hours. And then if I give myself 3 episodes a day versus, like, 8 hours of watching that shit,
Mm-hmm.
it's a difference.
Balance.
I have finished a full or 2 seasons of this year in one day, and they only 30-minute episodes.
I'm pretty same thing with him. I will watch it till my heart's content and not feel no issue about it.
Same. Yeah.
Don't remember a damn thing in a couple weeks.
So wait, what's your comfort show? One of mine is Girlfriends. The other one is Jersey Shore. Don't judge me.
Too late. Mine is Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter. And as well as Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy?
Grey's Anatomy.
30
Blame
seasons.
Gloria. Blame my mom.
What be happening in that hospital? Do they need to go for 30 seasons?
You
It's
just
25. I thought it was 26 seasons.
It's like year
It was 25 or something.
30.
Plane crashes, bitches be dying. People be having heart attacks.
Plane crashing into the okay. It felt like the plot is lost once a plane crashed into the hotel.
It wasn't into the hospital. It was somewhere else. They was doing surgery. They was doing a convention and watch the show. But yeah.
I remember coming into the living room one time and you and Diamond was watching it. And something happened. I feel like somebody had a bomb in the hospital.
Yep.
And a lot of biblical characters died. And like, y'all was really mad.
Because why would you cohere it? And then why would you know what? But
Okay.
it's a good show.
That show gave like soap opera to me. I can't get into it.
It's too, and then it's heavy.
It's sad.
Yeah.
I like Moody.
Moody's point.
Girl, shut up.
Doesn't matter.
Okay,
Doesn't matter.
what's your show name?
I don't have one show, but any anime. Something that I know I could fall asleep on. That's a comfort show to me.
Okay, what's your favorite anime?
My favorite anime, I would say.
What?
Jujutsu Kaisen. How do you think?
Oh, Jujutsu.
I use a lot of this video. It's your favorite.
Yeah. I like the animation.
I like the
What's your favorite comfort show?
I have a couple that I will revisit. Insecure is definitely one of them.
Golden Girls.
Scandal is one of them. Bitch.
I love the Golden Girls.
That's your words.
You like Golden Girls?
It's funny. You should watch
I
it.
keep hearing this, but like,
I feel like it's beyond my time.
It's funny. You will catch it.
There's a level of sarcasm to Golden Girls that I do think.
What's the tall one name?
Dorothy. Everybody know Mark. With the show.
No.
Dorothy.
The character is funny.
yeah, she dropped. I like
Yeah, it's funny. They all funny in their own way.
Yeah.
Betty is funny too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Scandal, Insecure, The Walking Dead, and then
It's your mom.
it is that also is like a main seasons, and then a spin-offs. And
You just say
and then there's also anime. But my favorite anime to go to would be Hunter x Hunter.
People don't get it. It's a great show.
it is a good show.
And
I can't really get into anime.
You like video games though. Like you like video games. So
Yeah.
they're not interchangeable, but like the cockles.
I don't know. The style of cartoons sometimes just be throwing me off. It's like it just don't hold my attention for real, for real.
Or you got something fly.
I will say like anime, and I haven't watched it in a very long time, but Dragon Ball Z is probably the only anime that I really like to tap into and know the lore about stuff like that. But like other shows, I don't think so.
I feel like you like Waker.
The Promised Neverland was really good. That was the scary one.
That was good.
That was good though. Yeah, that shit was
The
good.
second season was
The
good.
foster mom was fucked up,
She was.
but also I was like, I kind of get it.
Feeding the kids, you get it.
Yeah, see, because
He
they're
had a
first.
Christy Brown. It was her and them.
what?
This is you and them. The Promised Neverland. Go home and watch it.
Who?
The Promised Neverland. It's an anime, but it's a little scary.
It's not scary, but the season 2 is completely off.
Track.
I didn't watch season 2.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
You ain't so disappointed.
Dragon Ball Z is kind of similar. Well, like it's wrestling-esque, so I can see why. Like it's about war. And, like, I don't know, just being my feeling about
Did you say wrestling?
Anything that's about cheap.
Chi, Aura, Ninja. Y'all love it.
But also, I feel like even though I think it's kind of decent how they put these aspects of finding some sort of spirituality in these cartoons. Like when you get past the surface level, like Naruto is teaching you how to meditate. It's teaching you like how to channel like your the Avatar is teaching you like
Avatar was really good.
I like that.
Yeah.
but it's like the lessons that are in there,
I
especially
feel like people don't learn those lessons.
You know, most people actually fights.
They go over their head for sure.
That's people don't spot that.
like even with Dragon Ball Z, like Goku may have like this obsession with like being the strongest, but if you really break it down,
He's learning lessons each time.
it's
Each time he's gonna die and come back, and he learns something new. What?
less annoying.
How would Beyonce different from Goku?
She's there for her
She's not
kids.
Exactly.
She's
She's there for her kids.
Who?
Beyonce.
He
Wasn't he?
He was.
He's a-
He was dead.
He was saving them.
He died a few times. Stay at home. Be a father.
But then
Bitch, Gohan was in the motherfucking field.
Then he started studying. Now he's a nerd.
And then he got back in the
I
field.
was about to say,
He had no choice.
Here.
Back to what you were saying.
That is disgusting.
I feel like if Vegeta
Trump was right.
lowered his stop stressing and obsessing, he would be as strong or if not stronger than Goku.
Vegeta is led by anger, for sure. He don't have this thing that Goku has. And that's why Goku is stronger than him, for sure.
But it's the fact that even
Goku is controlling his emotions.
I honestly don't think any of that has to do with why Goku. Vegeta.
That's what we're saying.
Vegeta's lesson is accepting the fact that he will never be stronger than Goku, regardless of what he does.
With
I feel like at some point he actually.
I was about to say,
that.
that's when we talk about like teaching you lessons over and over until you learn it. That's the lesson for him, because you might win a battle, but you never have won a war with Goku. You can't beat this nigga for real.
Think about it.
Even turning into a big ass gorilla.
As soon
You
as
still get up.
Vegeta thinks that he's got into the same place as Goku gets to another place. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Goku figures out to become Super Saiyan God, Vegeta figures out how to become Super Saiyan God. Goku is now a timeless Ultra Instinct. Vegeta's like, what the fuck is this? You get what I mean? Like, every time.
But Whis did say that. He said, well, was it Whis? Or one of those guys, motherfuckers, said that if Vegeta kind of like relaxed and calmed down and got obsessed, he would be the strongest Goku. You know,
That's time.
Keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
I don't even believe it. I never seen it.
I don't think they're.
They're just rivals.
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
Cool.
Vegeta?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then also,
Yeah.
I've always had of all the villains. I mean, and then he is a villain, but then he become a good guy. So.
Well, it's like he's an anti-hero. Right?
Yeah.
Like, he's
for self. I don't feel like Vegeta is like necessarily a bad guy. He's not a good guy. He's just for himself. This is why I think I kind of take to his character. It's I too.
Definitely more so.
I'm not here to save the fucking world. Because the world ain't save me. I'm just here to save. I'm just here.
He's more so good now, but it's still for self. Like it's for Bulma or his family.
Exactly.
Well, mind you, the one thing that Vegeta did that because Vegeta is a character who also we've learned to love, right? But this is also the same person who blew up a stadium full of people.
And I
love it.
Would you get what I mean? Like to trigger his competition, he literally killed.
I was here for it. It's Vegeta is like no, it gives Magneto. Magneto is for his fucking people.
Magneto is for his people.
And Magneto will knock all this shit down for mutants. And niggas wasn't peeping that. Magneto is literally hello, he's a black leader.
Black leader.
Yes, it gives black power. This nigga, what movie was that? Days of Future X-Past? Or Days of Future Past? When this nigga pick up an entire stadium and he like, I'm about to kill the president and all these things because they're not for us. They want to make y'all extinct. And Xavier, you want to save these people. And all they want to do is fucking kill us. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's no such thing as world peace. Kill these niggas before they get us. Turn it on. I'm for shit like that, for real. I was always pro Magneto. I'm sorry. Xavier was pulling some bullshit a lot of the times. And even in the cartoon, did y'all watch the cartoon?
Yes. 97?
Yeah. Why is no one listening to Magneto? Yeah, that nigga did.
Because he balled in a wheelchair. That's why he was there.
Whatever.
People will listen to anybody that's balled in a wheelchair.
Sorry, continue, man.
He stepped back on track.
Yeah, so back to the topic at hand. So, do you believe that? So, I want to talk about healing, right? Do you think you can date and entertain somebody or be with somebody in a full-fledged relationship in the midst of healing yourself?
I do. I personally feel that way because I feel like that was me. And I feel like you're always constantly healing yourself. So because of that, I use the term "come here loosely." At least come with the basics. You get what I mean? I personally shout out to my man because I definitely will at least 3 or 4 or 5
You
times.
better.
But more so this time because God forbid anything ever happens. I personally don't think I would have the mental capacity to be in another relationship because of how much emotional intelligence you have to be in. Um, it's humbling. It's humbling because I feel like it sits me down sometimes. Like it really gathers me to have the amount of accountability you have to have as a person for yourself in order to be in a successful relationship. The amount of like compromise. Like niggas can keep listening to Earth the Kid if they want to. I don't compromise. I have to compromise for a man. You'll never have one. You get what I mean? Like the amount of strain. But the amount of strain that comes along with the good, like you have to come somewhat healed, and I do feel like people avoid it. Like they avoid the work on themselves. You know, I think you possibly again when we talk about like online rhetoric, like I feel like we always saying like some of the unattractive things about being an online previous episode, like to actively see people online spewing some of the things that they do. I know when I said like harsh opinions, but sometimes harsh opinions come in like extreme criticism. But extreme criticism to me sometimes looks unhealed. That's why I know Maine hates the word grace, but I feel like it's easier to give people grace when you can put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Nobody's perfect, and to some degree, you have been on the opposite side of the thing you don't like. Never.
The things that I don't give people grace for is because I can't see.
Yeah, respectfully.
Like I see why you did it, but I can't see myself having done that.
But you're not done.
Yeah, but normally, like you said, you give people grace when you've been in their shoes before. If somebody tells me something like, just for example, somebody tells me something ahead of time that I don't like when you do this. When people do this, I'm gonna know not to do that.
Yeah.
Like that's like a gift. You gave me a gift that I can avoid. Why would I do it?
Probably.
Well,
So-
giving somebody grace when they overstep your boundary also makes sense, though. You get what I
Yeah,
mean?
yes.
If I'm physically telling you, don't do this to me, you turn around and do this to me, you don't get my some shit like at this point. Like, because why would you do it?
But maybe so you saying your grace system thinking you being able to relate to that person.
I guess more so, yeah, relate, understand,
Yeah.
Make sense of it.
make sense of it. A lot of the times, even if I don't make sense of it, like, oh yeah, it's just making sense of it because like you may be doing this with other people and that's okay.
Yeah.
You're doing it to me and I don't like it, so I'll give you grace for that.
How would you say is your grace the same way?
My grace is a lot more flexible. Um, it is, but I feel like the funny thing is, I can give you grace and still not fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people think giving grace is having to accept a person and then still not cut them off. I can still cut you off and give you grace. I can still say, you know what? I forgive you. It's cool, blah, 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 but stay over there.
Yeah.
Right? Like, don't bring that shit over here.
I think I'm good at doing that. Does it get evil?
No.
Like, I want them to
I
die.
think you are, though. I think.
Because, like, I wish you well, but
Because you'll say this.
Well, I think that it.
one day I will wish him well, then next day it's like, fuck it.
Yes, that's exactly what
But I
I'm
don't, yeah, okay. If I wish them well at all, then I wish them well. But sometimes I'll get triggered. It's like, I'm back in that space, that time again, and it's fuck you.
I just think that.
I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. Grace should be given when I feel like something is innocent, right? And I know that like that's not necessarily just dependent on what I consider to be innocent. Like because the other person that did some weird shit to me could have thought that they was being innocent, But again, people be knowing when they be fucking weird. Sometimes.
A lot of times.
Sometimes people know when they be fucking weird.
And they use it innocently.
I'm so sorry. Like, and they'll play down a role of like, oh, well, I didn't know. It's like, yes, you did.
Ignorance doesn't absolve.
When you do certain things, you know what you.
Yeah.
They be knowing. That's all I'm saying about that. What was your question?
You don't have to have a part two.
We are actually. Can you date and seek out a relationship with people while you're like in the midst of you feeling?
I think that a relationship is similar to friendships, right? My friends have seen me in every kind of stage of my life, so I think that in all of these stages, I've been healed, right? I've been different versions of me, and they've been able to still love me through it all. I've been able to love them through their healing. I think that is 100% possible. I've never been in a relationship, so I can't really confirm it. But if it's anything like a friendship, then absolutely.
A lot of relationships
It should be like a friendship.
share a lot of overlap.
For the
Yeah.
most part.
What do you think? As for myself, I would say yeah. Similar to you, like it's a constant thing. It's a life thing. You should always be healing and try to become better or a better version of yourself. It's my perspective on it, and I'm still working while I'm here for myself.
I feel like what Mark said, I like you don't have to come completely healed, but you have to come with the tools.
Yeah.
Sense.
Yes.
Desire.
Like the desire. Like
Some of this thing like, oh, this is how I am. This is not
yes, that's a complete turn off.
Yes.
This is how I've been.
This is how
How's that work? How's that worked in any of your relationships?
It never
This has been the problem in all your relationships.
right. It's you.
It's you. But you have to come with the tools to listen, to want to change, to be open minded, to see yourself, like to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, and seek third opinions. Go talk to your friends. Don't automatically think that you're right. Don't automatically think that I'm right. Like
Yes, because being wrong is definitely possible on both of our ends.
yes, people gonna be wrong.
That one friend that's like you to be like, yeah, bitch, I agree. It's these two dumb bitches being like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Talk to you. Talk to other people.
And if you got a friend that's in your life that's just a yes man, you need to cut them out anyway. Now, anybody else got something to say before we wrap up this episode?
I ain't gonna cut mine off. I was just not asking for advice, but no, I don't got nothing to say.
You know,
Talk about the paper.
No.
I guess not.
Yeah, I mean- Don't be in a relationship.
Well, we want to thank y'all again for tuning in to another episode of The Couch. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Make sure y'all write into us. We want to hear from y'all. The advice on Instagram. Hit us on our DMs at The Couch Chronicles with a C, not a S. And until next time, we will see y'all later.
Bye.
Last but not least, nothing said today is therapeutic advice. Is it just
Disclaimer.
Nothing said today is therapeutic advice, but just our opinions. If you want therapeutic advice, I would say seek out a professional therapist on psychologytoday.com or somebody in your area.
Or better. All right. Thank you. Bye.